News: Pompeo taps Trump critic to lead Venezuela effort politics. Describing Elliott Abrams as a seasoned. The job, Pompeo announced, will start immediately, as Abrams will accompany the Secretary of State on Saturday at a United Nations Security Council meeting on the situation in Venezuela. President Donald Trump's decision Wednesday to recognize Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido as the country's interim president and declare Maduro's embattled regime illegitimate has set off a dramatic confrontation within Venezuela and geopolitical jostling outside the country. A surprise pick. Elliott Abrams, who also served in President Ronald Reagan's administration, noted he had left the State Department dirty. Abrams was a surprise pick, having been job at the State Department under former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, after the President learned of Abrams' scathingly critical remarks about him. Scathing critic of Trump. Tillerson tried to convince Trump to make Abrams his deputy because he felt he needed Abrams' foreign policy experience, according to multiple sources. Then White House Abrams penned an opinion piece in May 2016 in the Weekly Standard titled "After Trump clinched enough support to become the GOP's presumptive nominee." Despite that critique, Abrams never signed any of the open letters that top GOP foreign policy officials penned opposing Trump's nomination. The criticism went both ways. Trump has lambasted, and Trump has frequently argued against other views embraced by neoconservatives like Abrams, including that the US has wasted too many resources abroad, particularly in trying to promote democracies in the Middle East. Those criticisms seem to have been set aside, as Pompeo welcomed Abrams warmly, saying his passion